Hello, kids. It is December 1st, 2025. Oh, I hate math. Oh, God. Um, Minus 1974. 51 years. It is the 51st anniversary. No, this would be. Wait a minute. No, because this is England. So 52, I guess I don't need the calculator again. This is the 52nd anniversary of the release of Black Sabbath's best album, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, in the UK. It does get released in January. So it's released in December of 73 in the UK and then in January of 74 in the US. Let's rank this, shall we? Let's see here. We'll go through this real quick. Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. Let's see. One of the greatest riffs of all time. One of the hardest rocking songs I've ever heard. Unbelievable change towards the end. The song is absolutely perfect. We'll say a 5 for that one. A National Acrobat. Let's see. Another great riff by Tony Iommi. The band is absolutely in perfection with that. We'll give that one a 5. Fluff. Instrumental. A lot of times instrumentals, they don't make it to the to the 5 mark. This is not the case. Fluff is a beautiful song. It's a 5. I do have a funny story with this. So I Jedi mind tricked my mother into dancing the mother-son dance at my wedding to this song because she had no idea what Fluff was. Oh, and yeah, I'll go into this. Oh, I want to kill the DJ. I wanted to strangle this guy. But I told her we found some, and she was Irish, 100% Irish. We found some beautiful Gaelic song that we could dance to, and oh, this is beautiful. Oh, what's the name of it? It's Fluff. Oh, what a strange name. It's beautiful. At the end of it, in this on video, I go, you just danced to Black Sabbath. No, Joseph, and that's how she would talk to. Yeah, no, you did. So I fit Black Sabbath into the mother-son wedding song. So we're giving the list of songs to the DJ, and there is a short version at the time. I don't know if it was just like a preview version or whatnot floating around. And I said, make sure you get the full version of Fluff. So he actually, the guy I talked to didn't even show up. This was a friend of my wife's, whatever. He sends somebody else, and I go, and I knew. I have no faith in humanity whatsoever. I walk into everything thinking everybody is a complete and utter moron, and the vast majority of times I am absolutely correct. I walk into situations and say, I'm going to have to fix it because people are stupid. So the person he sent, I said, okay, the track Fluff, can I see it? And it was all digital. She pulls it up, it's like 32 seconds. I said, and I told him how long this song was and to find the real track. So me and my buddy, I have to run. Now we're at like a resort in the Wisconsin Dells. So I have to run through the whole resort. Me and my buddy are in our tuxedos running through the resort. It took like 20 minutes. Go to my car, get out my iPod, which I knew this was, I should have had it with me, but obviously I was a little bit more into the whole marriage thing that day. Ran to my car, got my iPod, which I made sure was charged, had the aux cable, because I'm like, this moron's not even going to have that. Didn't. Thank God, because that's how we were able to play that song for me and my mom to dance to, was through my iPod with an aux cable you would think a DJ would have, but no, the idiot didn't bring one. So, okay, that's my rant. But Fluff, beautiful, beautiful song. And it survived. Abracadabra. Let's see. I don't know. It's got a riff and an unbelievably great beat to it. Ozzy sounds fabulous. Bill Ward and Geezer are absolute perfection on this. We'll give this one a 5. Let's go to side 2, shall we? Killing Yourself to Live. Let's see. Once again, an unbelievable jam. Hard song. In your face. Ozzy's vocals are absolute perfection. I guess we'll give it a 5. Now, I always related this song to working yourself to death. And I still kind of do. And then somewhere along the lines, I read the lyrics dealt with them on the road and them tour, road, tour, road, tour. So I guess, it's all kind of there. But I really always linked this song to just the regular working person, just killing yourself to live, man. Just doing everything just to get by. So, and I still think that at least that's what that song is to me, but I absolutely love it. Ozzy's big contribution, Who Are You? Spooky, written on a Moog synthesizer. Really weird. Tony Iommi said that Ozzy didn't even know how to play it, but I guess kind of taught himself. Give it a 5. Yeah, we'll give Who Are You a 5. I remember hearing Who Are You the very first time of getting this album. And I'm going to talk more about this album more than the ranking because we all know everything's going to be a 5. I remember hearing this song and it was so... Because Sabbath Bloody Sabbath is a pretty hard, again, with the exception of Fluff, it's a pretty hard album. And Who Are You comes totally out of left field. This spooky, it's very spooky and strange. And, it really is like somebody screaming up to God, who are you? And the lyrics were powerful. And it really stuck out. It's a song that really stuck out for me. Looking for Today, another 5, absolutely great. It's so upbeat. The melody is phenomenal. Again, Bill Ward just being the god that he is on this album. I love the title. It's very 60s, 70s. We're looking for today, man. We're looking for today. I love it. Absolutely love it. 5. I don't know. Spiral Architect is of absolute 5. God, now I look at the two songs. Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, I've always said is my favorite Black Sabbath song, but my God, Spiral Architect maybe. It is so phenomenal. The changes in that song. The lyrics, and it's about DNA and whatnot. And in Ozzy's books, part of it's about heroin and how that affects your body, destroying yourself with heroin. It's a beautiful song. It's a hard-hitting song. Gonna stick with Sabbath Bloody Sabbath because, man, that riff is phenomenal, but Spiral Architect is a close number 2. A 5. Whole album's a 5. This is a perfect album. There is not even one slight, it could be a 4 on this album. All of it's perfect. Now, this is my original album. I got, let's say, 87 maybe or so. So this is the repressing. Warner Brothers repressing. But I do have... I bought a place called Record Wonderland in Roselle, Illinois. Great place, great people. 1974 press. I do have that. And there's no gatefold. Which sucks because they did have the gatefold in the UK. But this old Warner Brothers label, God, I remember, what the first memory of me in that palm tree Warner Brothers label was my cousin had a Sean Cassidy album. And I remember, and for some reason, every time I see that old label, I think of that Sean Cassidy album. But yeah, this is supposed to be, and it was $24.99, which is not bad. These don't go for a lot. They're not crazy. And I put these little stickers on here. I don't know if you see. I put these little stickers. I don't put them on the album. I put them on the protective sleeves. That's for when I drop dead and my daughters kind of know, all right, this could be worth something. here's the CD. This was the original CD that came out. I'm sure there's repressings that I will be getting at some point in the future. Why would you buy one when you need a backup? Same CD. Is there anything fun in here? Anything cool and fun in here? There's something in here. It's like a sticky note. Oh, this is weird. Okay, so it has, I remember it has these notes and whatnot. They all had these notes and these little liner notes and these little, but this, so whoever had this before, because I bought these off eBay. Again, I told the story a million times. I sold my CD collection because I digitized everything and regretted it, but I got this one on eBay. This is weird. What is this? Beats? Somebody was teaching themselves, and I don't know what it's on. Spiral Architect. Maybe somebody knows what that is. I don't know if that was drums or guitar, but it's staying in here. So this sticky note, I've never opened this up. Sticky note and, I love, you know what? And it's so funny because I was going to talk about this, and I'll talk about it now. Before I get in, I have two more versions of this album that I want to show you guys. See, is there any special notes in this one? Oh, this one doesn't even open up. Yeah, it does. That's the usual. So, I love getting first editions. I love getting old editions. So I'm pulling up the 74 press. Somebody in 1974 ran out the year I was born. So before I was born, because I was born a few months into 74, somebody ran out and got this album. And maybe it could have been the first day. May not have been. Somebody listened to this album and soaked it in, and maybe this was just an album that sat in their collection and they when I picked up this Black Sabbath album, or maybe it's an album that whoever bought it was just like, my God, it's a new Sabbath album. Listening to it with their friends and at parties and their girlfriend. I can guarantee you, it was probably a guy that bought this. Girls weren't really flocking to buy this stuff, so it's very possible. But usually, smart money will say that this was a guy that bought this. God, it's just, I'd love to know the history. I'd love to know who got this. What were they, were they in school? Because that's what I relate to. I just remember looking at that clock, and I think it was always on a Tuesday because the shipments came in on Monday. But looking at the clock on the release day and just going, just ring, ring, bell, ring. Getting as fast as I can to Rolling Stones in music in Norwich to get whatever album it may have been. Just soaking it in. But my God, 52 years? I suck at math. 52, 53, whatever the hell it was. 51, whatever. For 51 years. Did this bounce around? Did this go to different people? Did a brother have it and give it to his younger brother? Did a father give this? Was this in somebody's dad's collection? I cherish these things. I really do. And especially an album like this, because this is my favorite Black Sabbath album, by far. Absolutely love this album. I wish you could just open a portal and know what happened. That's why I love getting the older albums. God. That's why I think this is so neat that some guy was writing on this sticky note, teaching himself Spiral Architect. All right. Down memory lane. Now, this one's part of that Hand of Doom box set. Really great. Beautiful. Great quality, too. And again, it's just kind of the artwork from the album. Oh, that's right. The gatefold is in this one. The gatefold's in this one. But that's, I don't know did I tell that story? I think did I do an unboxing? I don't know if I did or not. So I bought I think the box set goes for $100, maybe a little bit more now. But 6 months ago or something like that, I ordered it from Walmart.com. It was like $120. So I think it's more than 100 now, but something, whatever. And okay, it comes, and within days, I got an alert because I had looked at the item. They said an item you have has dropped in price. You looked at dropped in price. It was like $69. Yeah, because it was like a $50, $60 difference. It was almost like half the price. So I went and I returned the one I bought, and I reordered it, and I got it for like half the price. And I think it's gone up. I think it's a lot of money now, I think. But a beautiful box set. I'm glad I got that picture box set when I did. And then this is this reissue. When did this come out? I don't know. 2012. 2016 on here. This is the reissue. And yes, I put the stickers on there because why? They're my albums. This one has the gatefold because it's, the reissue is beautiful. You guys see all that? Absolutely gorgeous. Again, plays fabulous. It's the redo of the Warner Brothers. The Sean Cassidy label, as I will go to my grave thinking of it. Da do run run, yeah, da do run run. What is this? Oh, this is nice. This is our lyrics, and then on the other side, interviews. They've done a really nice job with all these. They should. I mean, we've bought these albums God knows how many times, so they should do a really good job. I remember buying this album, and it was a beautiful. I think it was a Sunday, and I went by myself. Now, again, gotta remember, Catholic boy, not good Catholic boy. I'm not gonna go that far by any means. Catholic boy, very afraid of the devil and very afraid. I believe this was the last Black Sabbath album I bought, and I really no, it's not true. Because I first heard this song, the title track, on Speak of the Devil, and I said, I have to get this album. So, no, it was not the last one. But I did avoid it on purpose because of the 666, even though the other side is, the guy ends up going to heaven and whatnot. But I did avoid it, again, the Catholic fear. So I did, for a long time, I avoided this album. I remember my parents used to disappear on Sundays. They'd go out to dinner and like all day long. Who knows what they were really doing? Who cares? But they would disappear, and I was all by myself. And it was like a summer day. I walked the Rolling Stones. I got the album. It was beautiful out. I remember putting the album on. I had a big stereo system in my room. We were in a bungalow house in Chicago, and it would just rock the house. The neighbors complained more than one time. But I remember listening to this album. The drapes were open, and I always think about beautiful sunny days when I listen to Black Sabbath or Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, because I just remember it being gorgeous and the sun just beaming through the house as I'm listening to this phenomenal album. And it's one track after another that's absolutely blowing my mind. Again, at the time, I'm like, what's that? Blah, blah, blah. Stupid kid. But when I got to songs like Who Are You, Spiral Architect, Looking for Today. I just, Sabracadabra, I just, one song after another. I do remember thinking, is there even going to be, again, with the exception of Fluff, is there going to be anything that's not perfect on this album? Thank God there wasn't. Whatever. And it's funny because, Tony, you guys know I'm not going to rehash the story that they went to Clearwater Castle. It was haunted and they were all afraid and it broke Tony's writer's block. You all know that stuff. But they didn't know if they could top Volume 4. And they sure did. It really does come full circle when you think we lost Ozzy. And it really does come full circle when you think of all the stupid things that happened. And I'm not going to make this video about the troll, but Sharon screwed up, ruined so many things for us. There was the one Sabbath album they were starting to record with. There's that song Scary Dreams that's on YouTube. Came from, I think that was like before or after Ozzy's Down to Earth album. And that didn't get done. So many times there could have been more Sabbath albums. If it wasn't for Egos, wasn't for Sharon, we got 13. 13 just sucks. And there's no Bill Ward, so it sucks even worse with that. But we had this string of phenomenal albums. Say what you want about Never Say Die. And yes, Breakout kind of sucks, and Swinging the Chain kind of sucks. Still a really good album. And I think I think everything from Paranoid to Technical Ecstasy are pretty much perfect songs. Well, and She's Gone sucks. But we got so much unbelievable music. And yeah, during the 80s, there was no chance they were going to get back together. But there could have been opportunities. So many missed opportunities that we lost out on. It was such a perfect band. My God, they put these albums out and it was one great album after another. That's impossible to do. Look at Aerosmith. First album, I don't think it's good at all. Some people, nobody's sitting there saying, man, the first album's great. Look at Kiss. They put together this stream of phenomenal albums. Now, I'm not a big Led Zeppelin fan. I'm sure people would say, oh, Led Zeppelin. All right, I'll give you that. I know a lot of Led Zeppelin fans are like that. But that many, too? I don't know. It just sucks. And I did a couple videos that said, we're going to get a Sabbath album after this Back to the Beginning concert. Not going to play live again, but I stick by that they would have probably recorded another album. Ozzy went to his grave saying he wanted to do another solo album. Why would you do that? Patient Number 9 blew. Ordinary Man, for the most part, blew. I like Ordinary Man. Most people don't. I get it. Why wouldn't you do another Sabbath album with Bill? I don't know. This was not kind of the turn that I wanted I planned for this video to go in. This album is absolute perfection. If you have never heard this album, go get yourself a CAT scan. And while you're getting your CAT scan, they give you the thing. Maybe that's an MRI. Get an MRI. Find out what's wrong with you. And when they say, what do you want to listen to during the MRI? Tell them Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. Perfect album. Every song's a 5. 5+. Just absolute greatness. All right, well, subscribe, all that stuff, and I hope you guys liked the video, and put your comments in the little comment box, and I will see you.